everyone, welcome, Enko here, and today we have the first edition of my free-to-play account sessions. So pretty much what I wanted to do with this account, this secondary account, is only pay for the initial pack for the game. I think it's like $5 or $4, and then don't spend a single dime or use Pokemon Home whatsoever. We're gonna try to pilot this account all the way from Pokeball tier to Master Ball, and then the real goal will be to try to win a local tournament or online tournament, or at least rank very high with this free-to-play account. So again, we're only going to be using free-to-play Pokemon that we have recruited from the game. That means we're going to be checking the recruitment every day, and this challenge is meant to show you guys that even if you play this game for free, even if you are new to the game, you can have small goals to build up your roster of Pokemon and eventually just perform as well, if not better, than some other Pokemon Home players that have been playing this for a while. So that's the point. Hope you guys enjoy that type of content, and as usual, if you do, please, I would appreciate if you subscribe, give a like, and leave me your comments to ask me what you want to see next on the channel, either for Pokemon Champions or any other Pokemon title. But anyway, let's get right into it. For the first team, you guys are going to be seeing me playing. We have a Froslass. We have random Pokemon for the first pick of recruitment, and I decided to go for Froslass because I think she's pretty cool. So Froslass, of course, we're running Aurora Veil, Blizzard, Shadow Ball, Protect, and the Froslass side, just to be able to surprise the opponent with either an Aurora Veil and be super bulky, or go for that Blizzard turn 1 if we Mega Evolve. Also running Kingambit, of course, one of the stronger Pokemon in the meta. It is kind of weak to the ever-present Sneasler, but we still have a pretty decent match, because most of the time we're also be seeing a lot of, you know who, the Kitty Cat Incineroar. So the Defiant is going to be a huge DPS increase if the opponent decides to bring it into the wrong matchup. So we're running Black Glasses for that Sucker Punch. If they're not running that, we can still go for, we can still go for the Swords Dance. Pretty strong Pokemon, always good to have. And we have the added benefit that we're running Gengar. And the thing about Gengar is we can go Focus Sash, Super Speedy, Icy Wind, Speed Control, and have the combo of Sludge Wave into the Kingambit. So we can run Gengar Kingambit, for example, and just go straight for that Sludge Wave. There's a lot of Pokemon out there that Poison is going to be super effective against in this meta, so I would recommend you guys give it a try if you haven't played that, or if you're playing like a free account, you see the Gengar, grab it, pretty good mon. You can play it like this, you can play it support, you can play it with the Mega Stone. So I just in general really like Gengar for this type of budget teams, let's call it. We also have Dragonite for free. It should be coming right into your account from day one if you've been playing this since release. Decided to go for multi-scale Citrus Berry, Ice Spinnet Outrage. You guys don't have to go for Dragon Dance. You can just pick like Earthquake or something Tantrum. I would recommend either of those two. And Extreme Speed is always a nice add to this Pokemon to have Prio. Finally, we have, initially, you're going to see a few games with Charizard Y and Whimsicott. If you get any of those two Pokemon, use them. They're two of the best Pokemon in the meta. Mega Charizard Y, incredibly strong with Heat Wave, the Sun with the transformation, the evolution, sorry, and obviously Whimsicott, Encore, Moonblast Protect, Tailwind Protect, whatever you want to play it. There's so many ways to play that little guy that is going to help you either way. So if you have Whimsicott, play him. You can play it with Arcanine or Charizard if you have it. I happen to get a Sinistcha that session, so you're gonna see some games with Arcanine, some games with Sinistcha, but yeah, Sinistcha, pretty standard support build. I'm going to leave the entire EV spread, or I guess SP spread, in the description of the video. You guys want to follow my build if you want to build this team for yourself, because it's really fun. So I'll leave you guys that on the description. But in general, Arcanine is always strong mon, Intimidate. You can run it with Choice Scarf, with Citrus Berry. There's a bunch of stuff you can do with this Pokemon. It's really cool. So yeah, hope you guys enjoy the video. We have some really good games for it. Again, this is free-to-play account. All the Pokemon are free, and I got from recruitment, just to show you guys that you can do it. So have fun, and I'll see you next video. Let me see if I can check some stats. Huh. But Charizard is looking mighty good here, huh? I like Charizard here. Frostlass is also pretty good once we take care of the Arcanine. And I don't dislike Dragonite at all. Let's go for that team. Intimidate, it's fine. I think I want Sunny Day. I want to be dealing as much damage as we possibly can here. So we're gonna go for that. We go down with Whimsicott. No tailwind for us. But getting down that nasty thing is fine. We go Dragonite now. If we can take care of these Arcanine, we're in a great position to close the game with Frostlass. I think I'm just going to Extreme Speed just in case. Just in case we miss or something. Count's probably not gonna work out for them. And here comes the Ice Spinner to very likely finish the game. Nope, never mind. 5%. There. And that's gonna be it for this game, I believe. Didn't go too well for the opponent. They needed to preserve their Arcanine and honestly never use a talent for them. Going up, going up. Alright. Well, I hate that they don't have a timer that reminds you when you're running out of time. So we have to go with this team, I guess, guys. It is still not the end of the world. It's a decent lead, but I need to remember to not spend too much time and be aware of the timer. Alright, so we don't know if which areas are X or Y. Probably Y. Which means that it is really likely they're gonna Heat Wave. So maybe I'm not opposed to switching to something else, but we don't have anything resistant to that. So I think I'm gonna, funny enough, just go for that. Okay, 31%. Not ideal. Solid Punch is fine. Flamethrower is fine. We set up the Tailwind anyway. We're obviously gonna go for the Blizzard. And secure the KO with extreme speed, I think. The Bullet Punch is gonna be annoying. But I think we should be able to survive the Bullet Punch. Alright, we secured a KO on Charizard, that's all I wanted. Probably thanks to that critical hit, we need to be more careful with how much damage we can deal with the Blizzard. I think we got lucky. Aerial Ace, that's fine. We could have lost this game there if we didn't take down the Charizard. I was kind of scared for a second. Gardevoir is fine. Do they have anything particularly dangerous for us? Not really, I think we just Blizzard, Extreme Speed, the Gardevoir. If they have a... I didn't even see their team completely, I forgot. They don't have any Ghost types, right? I don't think that's an issue here. Okay, we secured a KO. So that was well played from us. And we'll see their last Pokemon here. That is perfect. I'm just going to protect and make a switch so we can reset the ability to Flare Blitz. This might seem weird, but we're just trying to play safe here. If we make sure that we have access to Flare Blitz at the end, we will win this 100%. And since they're gonna probably try to take down my Froslass, we can just protect safely this turn and be fine. We also have resistances on Kingambit to the majority of their attacks. They're probably going to Giga Drain. Alright, that's interesting. I thought they were going for Blizzard or something. We are out of Tailwind though. I'm just gonna play it super safe and Aurora Veil plus Iron Head. That's fine. We are resistant to the Iron the Punch, so whenever we go back to... Alright, whenever we go back to our Arcanine, we just win the game from this position. And since we know for sure we're faster than the Abomasnow, we can just Flare Blitz that slot. Probably just Kabuto Cleave. Perfectly safe. This should be a double KO. Unless they protect, in which case we're fine. We are guaranteed to be faster with that Flare Blitz, so it goes down 4 times super effective damage, or extremely effective damage as they decided to rename it. And the Kabuto Cleave is an easy KO here as well, so all's good. Goodbye, sir. Nice. Nice game, and we are off to the next one. Actually, you know what, guys? I told you about the lead with Dragonite. Let's go Dragonite King Gambit. I mean, Dragonite Arcanine. And then we're gonna have a pretty strong team against them. They are mostly physical attackers, right? I think they are. I am not opposed to just King Gambit and Gengar. So this is gonna be an interesting lead. Let's try it out. I think that Arcanine and Dragonite can both cause a lot of trouble for the opponent. A lot of trouble for the opponent. Alright. What do you guys think? Obviously, Ice Spinner is really good against the Decidueye, but we don't know if they're going to go for that. But we don't lock ourselves out, so I think I like it. I'm going to go for that, actually. And then... we can probably lock in the Stream Speed for some top power damage, or just go for Fire Blitz. And just go for Extreme Speed. And double onto that, the Decidueye. Just to guarantee the KO. Okay, we're gonna switch out the Dragonite so we don't fall asleep on this turn. This is smart though, like John is a pretty good play here. So we guarantee the 150 KO. The poor Decidueye doesn't get to do anything, which I'm surprised. That Decidueye should be faster than my Dragonite. If I was going to play Decidueye, I would probably go with around 148 speed, something like that. So the opponent decided not to invest too much in that Decidueye for speed. We obviously need to switch out. And King Gambit seems just fine for that purpose. The water move might really hurt us though. I still don't want to go into Gengar. I think I'm just going to Extreme Speed and get as much damage I can out of this one. And go for that Sims here. This is obviously a risk. If they go for a fire move on Dragonite Flood, we are gonna take super effective damage. But they go for Protect instead, which is probably fine. Ice Beam! Alright, we are in Pokeball tier. That is for sure. And they got the Frozen, alright. Well, nothing to do about that, huh? Nothing we could have done about that. I am still just gonna Extreme Speed. 50%, pretty good. They go for Fire Punch on the Fire type. That's Pokeball tier for you. That would be a Frozen Solid. Alright, so we're gonna go... That's really funny. Let's go for the Sucker Punch on Simipour. Just in case we get out of that Frozen. We are not getting out of that Frozen, huh? Goodbye, sir. We have been frozen to death. They KO their own Pokemon. I mean, I'll take it. Let's go into Gengar. And since the opponent was kind enough to KO their own Pokemon, I am more than happy to also help him. Let's just get ourselves out of here. Go for an extreme speed into Sludge Wave. The opponent was kind, I will be kind as well. I'll also KO my Pokemon. I don't know, man. These games in Pokeball tier are so funny. The opponent got lucky with that Frozen, but they could have just served and protected turn 1, and that would have probably won them the game, honestly. The opponent would be running Heat Wave on that Armarouge, and then our Froslass would be in trouble. But if that's the case, we can still just go for Whimsicott. I mean, a Heat Wave will really destroy us. Like, if we go Whimsicott Froslass and they go for Armarouge Heat Wave, we are in a world of pain. Difficult decision. I think Kingambit guarantees we take down the Armarouge though, because they're not so fast and we can just Mega Blizzard plus Sucker Punch if we are afraid of any type of Heat Wave shenanigans. They could be running White Guard, but you know, it's not guaranteed. So I think that actually Kingambit and Frostlight make a lot of sense. Dragonite might struggle against their Dragapult, so we need to be aware of that. Whimsicott! We have 20 seconds, by the way, so I don't screw it up again. I think I'm gonna go Whimsicott. I want the Tailwind. I'm gonna go Whimsicott. Gengar. We are team we're taking. I mean, we are lead we're taking. But I think it's gonna work out fine. Alright, this is exactly what I expected. Now, if they go for White Guard, that would be really good for them. Really freaking good for them. So we are just going to Sucker Punch to that Heat Wave that I am so scared of. And honestly, we might just Shadow Ball. We have a few more seconds here. I'm just gonna go for this double single target. These might seem really weird. They're going for the Mega on the Froggy Pro, which is fine. But I am a lot more scared about a White Guard or a Heat Wave. So I'm just gonna double target that nasty Armarouge. Alright, here comes the Hurricane. I mean the Hurricane, the 3 small hits. We resist that, so we are happy they got a critical hit though. Ouchies. Ouchies, ouchies, ouchies. Alright, we got a 1-hit KO, beautiful. So we can actually hit the frog with a Shadow Ball. That is even better. I just had to try it because I was so scared about the Heat Wave. Hydreigon, huh? Well, now I want to go for Swords Dance, huh? Now this is really greedy. Usually you just want to click something else, but let's go for it. Screw it. It's just Pokeball tier. Yep, I was suspecting that they may have that speed advantage. You know? That's fine though. So we want to go for the Moonblast. And the Sucker Punch. Just try to secure either KO here would be beautiful. They're not going to attack, that's smart from him. Do we get the KO? We do for sure get KO, beautiful. So what did they use on that Greninja? Are they gonna set up something? Oh, I forgot that they have to recharge with that move. Honestly, I haven't seen that move in years, so I forgot it even had a recharge time. But it was Hydro Cannon? Alas, we can Sucker Punch here. They can Sucker Punch and do that. I like that. I like that move. They didn't go for the prior move on Greninja. They could have gotten the KO, I think. They could have just watched it, what it Shuriken, the I forgot his name. Kingambit. Well, we'll take it. We'll take it. The opponent had actually a really interesting team, but they could have played a lot better. Kingambit strong against most of their team with exception of the Aggron. I think I do like the Kingambit though, because it's going to threaten them to not bring their Intimidate turn 1. And then on the back, I don't mind the Frostlass, so we can replace the terrain. I mean the Sandstorm. So the Frostlight makes sense. Gengar, not so much. Still, I think Gengar has to be what we go for. We can combo Sludge Wave with our Kingambit, and we can definitely use the speed control at the end. So I'm not gonna bring Whimsicott. They have a bulkier balance team with the defensive sustain from the Aggron. Arcanine versus Arcanine. They're gonna give me something strong here though. I'll take that. They want to go for that. I'll take it. I'm going to Extreme Speed that and Sucker Punch that. Can we get the KO? Oh, it's gonna be close. Dang, don't go for that. Interesting. Alright. Starry Phase. Alright. I guess we have plus 4 attack now. So I'm just gonna Flare Blitz. Oh, Extreme Speed, we're locked into it. I'm gonna Extreme Speed, sorry. And Sucker Punch that Arcanine until they decide to go for an attack. I am okay with that. Huh. Alright. So maybe it's a full support Arcanine. But I mean, we don't lose anything, just Sucker Punching here. Yep, there comes the attack, and there comes the 150 KO. So who's the target? Arcanine's the target, that's fine. Rampapa. Rampapa, huh? We can just gonna go for Gengar. And honestly, just Sucker Punch either of the two. Whimsicott has been attacking every turn. Now let's go for the Rampapa. Reset the Intimidate, set up or Sludge Wave if possible. +4, Sucker Punch takes down the Rampapa. Dazzling Gleam is not gonna do anything. Alright. Aggron is immune to Sludge Wave. I think I'm just going to Icy Wind, just to get some speed advantage. So we speed advantage and then go for Kaoto Clip, I think would be the prudent decision in this position. Hopefully with the Icy Wind connecting, we should be able to go first. And secure the 1-hit KO. I guess 2-hit KO, but you know, a lot of damage. Are they faster? Probably not. Yeah, they are still faster, that's fine. A Metal Zone is not going to do anything though. And the King Gambit sweeps after Defiant. Broke like 2 times, alright? To the next one. I think we're gonna go for a couple more games and then we're gonna stop for this account. We're gonna stop for this account after a couple games. Alright. Ooh, I like their team. Oh, I like that team. I like that team. Arcanine, as much as I'd like to take for the Intimidate, I actually might take it. Like, they have too many... Everyone is a special attacker. I mean, a physical attacker with exception of maybe the Dragapult, so... We're taking Intimidate. And we're taking the Dragonite, I think. Yeah, I think we are. And on the back, Froslass is pretty good. If we can get rid of the Sterilech. Shadow Ball also really good. They only have 1 resistances to it. So I think we go with Gengar. I think I like this lead against that type of team, obviously. Alright, so we have an issue. The Dragapult might just go for darts and pretty much almost take down the Dragonite. But we could go for 1 move, considering... Oh, it's a hard decision. Like, we can survive for sure 1 hit of the Dragapult with Dragonite on the multi-scale, but we're gonna go really low. I think I'm gonna go for that Dragapult and Outrage. It's really risky. Dragon Cold, we survive it with the multi-scale. Can we be faster though? They Swords Dance, that is ambitious. That is really ambitious. Ooh, ow! They survived with just 4 HP. That's nice. We might go down here with the Dragonite, that's fine. There's no way to prevent Dragonite from going down, unfortunately. Curse? Why would you curse in this position? Opponent? Hello? Anyone home? Alright. I mean, that is something you can do for sure. I am really confused right now about why the opponent decided to go for a curse. I am honestly really confused. They could have just Dragon Claw and, you know, take it down. Maybe the opponent doesn't know how multi-scale works. That is my guess. Opponent, all you had to do is Dragon Claw. You didn't have to do that at all. Alright, well, they sure went for it. Gonna switch in the Gengar for a sacrificial lamb, I guess. What should we do? What should we do? We could just stream speed. It's not incredible. I'm just gonna outrage again. Since we're gonna go down anyway, might as well just go down with a bang. Make sure we have one last Intimidate. And maybe we can hit this outrage and deal some good damage. They are sure going... Yeah, they're going for the Mega. Alright, that's fine. We'll still have access to close combat and a way to replay the terrain after this. They kinda missed their move. That's fine, we were expecting that. Can we survive this? Ugh. Can we survive this? Can we survive this? We survived it. Awesome. It is going to be a hard game because we're only going to have Arcanine against a Water Fairy type. I'm kind of scared. I might just go for a Sludge Wave. I think this sounds crazy, but I think I'm gonna go for that and protect this turn. Actually, Mega Evolve and Protect is a move. So we're gonna replace the terrain with snow, protect ourselves so we can Sludge Wave, and hopefully connect the Sludge Wave. Hopefully. Hopefully. Alright, awesome. That's a lot of damage. Beautiful. A knockoff here, and are they going to play rough? Ooh, opponent, that was a mistake, opponent. That was a mistake. That's a huge mistake from the opponent. Now we're going to be able to do whatever we want. We want to just Shadow Ball. Not very effective, but it is still our best move. Yeah, that's still our best move, I think. I mean, let's secure the KO, and that way the Blizzard is gonna connect for sure on one target. Let's go for it. The Aqua Jet, that's pretty smart. That's well played from the opponent. That's pretty smart from the opponent. That was well played from the opponent. Ooh, but we survived and we disabled their Aqua Jet. So now we're talking. Now we're talking. Now we're talking. So obviously close combat, by far our best play. And honestly, I'm just going to protect. Honestly, can they have any other priority move? I don't think they have any other priority move. I don't care, we're going for Blizzard. See you in heaven, Titar. I like Titar, by the way. Going to the Dragon Heaven. And it's over for the opponent. The opponent played well. They could have played better though. They could have just Aqua Jet earlier if they had it. Alright. Interesting. A lot of starters in the Lucario. And a lot of physical attackers. 4 of them, in fact. Well, I like the Gengar. I mean, the Arcanine. They have 1 resistance to Dragon, so Dragonite also a really good lead. On the back, Gengar being immune to the takeout is nice. Also immune to extreme speed, also nice. Kingambit could also combo really well with the Gengar at the end. Kingambit being pretty much only worried about that Infernape, but maybe we don't. I think we go with Kingambit. The thing is, if they have double Fire Lead, which I don't think they will, it's going to be an issue if we lead with Kingambit, so we're going to just keep it in the back. Their most likely lead, though, is going to be Incy Lucario, Incy Greninja, something like that. Alright. So, dual types, that's smart. So, I am going to switch in my Kingambit. I guess Gengar is not the end of the world. We have to go for damage here, unfortunately. We have to go for damage. If we don't go for damage here, we're gonna really struggle the rest of the game. It's okay. Okay, that's fine. So we proc the Focus Sash. They break the multi-scale. Do they get the burn? No. They don't get the burn. Ice Beam on the Dragonite means it falls. Means it falls. Bring in the Kingambit. I don't think they're gonna try to go, honestly, for the fire move there. Unlikely they will, so this makes sense. Secures immunity for our Sludge Wave and gives us a free to return. If they protect, that's fine. If they switch out Greninja, that's fine. Not a big deal. The only thing I care about is that they don't go for a fighting move exactly there. If we do, we kind of just lose the game, or be very behind, obviously. So what did they go for? Fire Blast, that's fine. That's fine. We are back to a kinda even position. Kinda even position. We do need to Sucker Punch the Gengar. The smarter play might have been to protect, but we have to play aggressive. We are behind already. We get the one-hit KO, beautiful. That is exactly what we wanted, because now this Lodge Wave is going to be able to secure the KO onto the Infernape. If we connect it, I think it's 95%. Yep, we got it. So we outplayed the opponent, fortunately, with that change into Gengar. The opponent had a good start, but they needed to capitalize in turn 2 and 3, and they decided to go too aggressive. Game is not over, obviously, but we are in a really strong position because we can just source them and protect, play it super safe. We can also just Icy Wind. Let's just Icy Wind. We're very ahead. Very ahead. Very freaking ahead. They take down the multi-scale if that's their ability. Earthquake. Ooh, opponent might come back to the game. As weird as that seems. Never mind. First body. Phew. First body is fine. First body is fine. First body is just fine. I was scared for a second. We took a lot less damage than I thought with the Kingambit though. So this is a pretty easy Sucker Punch and Extreme Speed. Pretty easy decision here for us. Fortunately. Sucker Punch. Not the worst lead ever with Finish. First lats against their team. Kinda insufficient. The Shadow Ball can be nice against a couple targets. They have way too many resistances to that. Gengar not great because of the Corviknight. And that's what we're going with. Honestly, it's better like this. I didn't want to take Kingambit either. The Gengar might be an issue, but we'll figure it out. It's fine. Close combat nice against the Drampa. Not great against the rest. You can honestly just switch into Kingambit. Now let's get some damage in. Let's get some damage in. 150 KO seems nice. The opponent goes for any water type moves here. It's gonna hurt, but that's fine. Awesome, we get the burn, so survives for sure. 8 tiers. I wonder if they have some kind of combo. This double switch makes a lot of sense here, honestly. Makes a lot of freaking sense, if you ask me. This way, we keep pressure on either side as long as we survive. I did not see that one coming, though, I'm gonna be honest. And we somehow survived that. I guess the burn really did pay off, right? I'm just gonna sucker punch this side and sludge wave. I don't care. Get some cheap damage. Oh my god, that's 35%. Holy crap. By cheap damage, I did not need that. I meant like 20% tops. So who is he targeting here? That makes sense, sure. King Gambit goes down. It could be Abomas now, it could be Corviknight, most likely Corviknight. Arcanine makes sense either way, so we're gonna bring it out. Yep, that is Corviknight. Honestly, even Icy Wind might be able to secure the KO. But we have to play it safe. I think we have to play it safe on Shadow Ball. Just in case this doesn't secure the one-hit KO, which it does, so that's fine. But we have to assume it's bulky and we don't get the one-hit KO. Now we just win. But it's always better to play it safe than to play it in this, you know, take risk in a situation where you already won the game, so that's better.